you could see like down here, we still got to get some sanding and stuff, just how much different it was. I don't know if you guys remember that hole was there. That hole is gone. There was some issues going on back here. All of that stuff is gone. There was a huge like seam crease right here. That's gone. There was a dent right here. That's gone. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and today we in the shop. Today we are finally back on the Elko. So we are basically just getting everything ready to, like, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and smash on the primer and the paint and everything like that. I know I've been neglecting it for the last couple of weeks, whatever, but you know, the weekend prior to, I think last weekend or whatever, I got my Impala, and then last weekend or whatever, I had got my truck. So a lot more things have been going on, but we back on the El Camino, man. But before we jump into the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. So right now we are going to finish up sanding down the glaze putty with the guide coat and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do one more round of glazing putty, because as I'm going around the car, like re-sanding stuff down, I'm starting to find other areas that need some more glazing putty, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. But yeah, right now we are jumping on the El Camino, so let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, y'all, so right now we are on the Elko. I think in this video, so that we can kind of speed it up, I think what I'll do is finish sanding the car down and getting all the like glazing putty spots, and I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. We're gonna probably, we are actually going to lift the car up off of the ground, take the wheels off, probably not the back ones, because I really don't care about the back ones like that, but we'll take these ones off, put the front on jack stands, cover up the brakes and stuff like that, and the frame and all that kind of good stuff, and then we'll tape the insides of the fender well, tape all the way around down back there. We still gotta sand in the wheel well a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and do all of that, get everything ready to go. So masked up, we're gonna take all this plastic and stuff up, because all of this is like super duper dusty, and I'm basically just gonna renew it. So I'm gonna take all this plastic and all this paper and stuff, I'm gonna throw that in the trash, and I am just going to put the tape, or the paper with the tape, and I'm gonna tape it to the ground. So I'm gonna have like a paper roll on the ground, covering up, and then I'm gonna have the one that's taped to the car taped to the paper roll. I think it'll be a lot cleaner than what this plastic was, and obviously over time this plastic has kind of, you know, started to really accumulate with dust and stuff like that, because obviously I've been sanding on the car a whole lot. But anyways, we're gonna sweep up the floor, all that kind of good stuff, man, and vacuum and make sure it's all good. The reason why I want to lift up the car and then take everything out instead of pulling it out is just because I don't want to have to go through the hassle of starting this thing. It's cold. It might be okay in the, you know, when it warms up or whatever, but I'm gonna just lift it up off the ground and then just you know, snatch everything up from up under there and throw it away. But let me show you guys kind of like what I was talking about as far as the spots that I kind of missed with the glazing putty. You can see there's one right there, and then there's a couple of other ones. I think there's one right here. I think there's some other spots too, like right here. So I missed down there at the rocker panel with the glazing putty. So we're gonna wrap that up. We're also going to probably get, oh, never mind. Now I see we are actually going to get some new plastic. We're going to take all of this off and we're gonna tape the bed off. So we're gonna tape the bed off because we gotta get the white spots We gotta hit this with some rust stuff and sand all that down all across the top there. And then we'll cover up the window. So I have the paint exposed, not how it is now. I only did that for the polyester. We got to scuff up in the bed rail, and we got to scuff up at the bottom. So there's still a lot of work to do. There's still quite a bit of work to do, but we're gonna go ahead and fly through it, man. Right now I am basically sanding everything down. So I went through and I sanded all this down so that I could feather edge it, and I could feel that there's really no like gaps or any like ridges or low spots. And then I hit it with the guide coat. So I'm gonna check my work after I felt it and hit it with the guide coat. And then after the guide coat is done, it should tell me if I have any other imperfections and what I could do. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. I kind of figured out what the situation was. You guys can't really tell on camera, and it's hard to notice, but as you can see, I have glazing putty right here and glazing putty down there. So if you've been watching the channel and stuff like that, there's plenty of videos where I talk about basically this dent right here. So I pulled it out, but it kind of left a bunch of high spots and low spots when I pulled it out. But what I didn't do is I didn't hit it with the hammer around the dent, because when you make a dent, like a ridge kind of forms, you know what I mean? So when you pull out the dent, you gotta kind of hit around the dent so that everything kind of conforms how it's supposed to go. And obviously you're not gonna get 100% straight, and that's why you glaze putty and body fill and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I didn't hit it with the hammer, so I'm kind of having to go a little bit backwards. Good thing we're at this stage, but I'm trying to hammer this door in a little bit to match the fender. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be 100% lined up because this fender is not off, like it's not center or whatever. But what I'm looking for is basically just this same like shape, and I think I pretty much got it. I might have to hit it a couple more times, but I think I achieved what I was looking for. And then when you look down the car, I don't want you to be able to see like, oh, there's a gap right here. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna look good. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on like hammering right here for a little bit. I don't have that much more to go. I've already been working on it. And then we're just gonna continue to keep going, hitting the door, hitting these spots, sanding them down so that we can get to the guide coat stage. But if you look at the door, it still needs some work, but it looks a whole heck of a lot better than it used to. This door on this side also, I think, is sitting low because there's a major gap here, and down at the bottom, the door kind of rubs up against the rocker panel. So when I take these off, I'll try to figure out the adjustment on it. And then also too, you can kind of tell because there's a nice big gap up here, but then it kind of goes and it starts to look kind of normal. So I think the door is just sitting too low. Well, I know it's sitting too low, so we got to figure that out. But anyways, man, if you look at this gap right here, and it's not done, but I pretty much filled this really, really nicely. There was a lot of body filler right here, and I sanded it all the way out, and it made like this little half moon right here. And so basically what I did was I put the plastic filler in there, sanded it down, and I still have some sanding to do. But for the most part, I just wanted to show you guys how straight it is compared to how it was last time. Crazy, crazy. We still gotta come back and do all the rest of this stuff, but I just wanted to show y'all what I kind of been working on and trying to get done. But it's a lot of work, and I'm making a lot of good progress, especially today. So I'm gonna try to knock it out. Hopefully I can get it all done today. But if not, it's all good because we still got a lot of other things to do. All right, y'all. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, I know that was a lot or whatever, but I gotta kind of catch up on the El Camino and catch up on, like, obviously the content, obviously catch up on, you know what I'm saying, the work and stuff on the El Camino, because it's been at least a couple of weeks since I dropped a video on the El Camino. So we got a lot of work to do. I pretty much have all of my parts, or I wouldn't necessarily say parts, but all of my like my paint and all that kind of stuff. I have all of that stuff already. I got my sealer, I got my epoxy primer, 2K primer, paint, all that good stuff. The only thing I'm waiting on is just clear. So once I get the clear, we'll be good to go to like spray the whole process. We're probably gonna try to get to epoxy and 2K at the same time, like the same day, so that when I go back over and I try to, you know, guide coat again and sand down and stuff like that, it could go really quickly, really smoothly, because I shouldn't have any low spots or high spots. And if I do, we'll just fill those. There shouldn't be too many of them because I'm going through the process now. And then right after that, we'll take the doors off, and then the doors are gonna get sprayed all the way through, from primer all the way to paint and clear. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta go back on the car before I paint the whole entire car. So I know it's a lot, man. Stick with me, bear with me. We jumping back on the Elko. We about to get it done. So yeah, stay tuned, man. We trying to get big things done. And I also I didn't source, but I also inquired about some different wheel setup. So stay tuned for that, man. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. Excuse me, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really feeling the rocks. I'm not feeling them like that, but if I gotta rock with them for a little bit, then that's fine. But I inquired about a different wheel setup for the Elko. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and keep getting to work and knock out this Elko. All right, y'all, so I think I pretty much got it. I was tapping fairly lightly, I guess light to moderate. I wasn't trying to beat in the door, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get like a certain shape of the door, and I think I achieved it. I'm definitely gonna have to put some body filler or some glazing putty right here, and then just continue to keep on moving. But I might just mark it as one of the spots that I gotta come back to. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just continue to keep on sanding. My goal is to get this door sanded down, hopefully today. So at least the door. I know I'm not gonna get the back panel done today, but at least the door. So I'm gonna keep working, and hopefully we get done with it. All right, guys, schoolers. I know y'all probably can't tell too much, but I kind of cleaned up a lot in the garage. I got a lot of stuff off the Impala. That's the stuff to the old hood, threw the old hood away. Cleaned everything up, tried to make it more organized. So I have like a little pathway here, and then you can see, you know, all the stuff that was right here is gone. All that plastic stuff I already picked up. The car is up on the ramps and the jack stands. We're gonna take the front wheels off. We're gonna leave the back wheels on because I don't really care necessarily about getting paint on them. I'm definitely gonna cover them up still, but they're not as, you know, I'm not as pressed to take these off as I am for those. So we're gonna take the front wheels off. But for the most part, everything is prepped. You can see that I uncovered the windows because now we have to take the plastic and just cover up the bed and then cover up this window, because we are gonna spray this with the epoxy primer, because it's gonna go down to bare metal back here, because you can see a little bit of rust spots there. So we're gonna take that down to bare metal. We're gonna treat it, and that will be all good to go. This side of the car is 100% good, There's nothing that we gotta do. We're gonna tape off the wheel wells, tape off the brakes and all that, and we're gonna paint on the inside. So pretty much this is gonna be how the car is gonna sit. And then also on this side, I pretty much got everything on this side all good to go, sanded down, smoothed out. We still got a couple of areas that we gotta address down there. We still gotta address this side right here because I was shaping it a little bit with the body hammer. So we still got a little bit to sand right there. Pretty much down below, we're pretty much good down here as well. There's a few other spots that we got a glaze putty and stuff like that. We got the back pretty much good. There's a little bit of sanding to go, probably about like 30 minutes to an hour worth of sanding left over. If you can see the door jamb and see how straight it is, man, I really kind of did my thing on this here, on this door. I'm not a fabricator, didn't use any metal or anything. And then we still got to kind of smooth it out back here and use the body filler and stuff, but it's super duper thin. It's not thick, as you can see. You can still see the metal. So whatever work that they had did with all that Bondo, I got all of that cancerous material out. I put the plastic filler, as you guys seen in the last clip or previously, and I went and did my thing. Like you can see, like I said, it's super thin, so I shouldn't have any issues. You can see the metal right here. Everything is good to go. When I do the jams, I'm probably gonna have to sand this jam down to, I don't know if I wanna sand it down to metal. I don't really know what's going on here because this should be blue and not black. And then there's a little bit of rust right here, so we might have to take some of this down to bare metal, but we'll see. But for the most part, you can see this door is super lined up. The door still got to be adjusted and stuff. You can kind of see whatever, but you can see pretty much how straight this, how straight I made this. Super proud of myself on that. But yeah, man, we're pretty much getting ready to go as far as the primer goes, and then after we're fully primed, we're gonna go epoxy 2K, and then we'll guide coat again and make sure everything is all solid, and then we'll go ahead and yank the doors off and do the jams. So we are making progress. I just want y'all to know that things are happening on the Elko. It's just very, very slow, and I'll show you a large part of the reason why. Not only because the Impala is here, and also the truck is here, but man, it's 25 degrees in here. It's 25 degrees in here, and you know, that's not conducive to, you know, working on no car. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, like I said, the Elko is good to go, and there she is in its entirety, and you know, we're gonna knock it out. You can see how good it looks with the primer and stuff like that, and all my body fillers. Everything is pretty much feather edged and good to go. And if you've been following this build, you know how bad that side of the car was. Going all the way back down to my sanding video where I was calling out painters or Bodywork men or whoever who do crappy work. Yeah, that's pretty much, you know, where you can see everything that was wrong on this side of the car. Super Geek got all this stuff organized over here. You see that all of that stuff, junk that was over here, is gone. I still got to clean all this stuff up. When I get my shed, we'll hang those up right here so we can spray those. But you can see, like down here, we still got to get some sanding and stuff. Just how much different it was. I don't know if you guys remember that hole was there. That hole is gone. There was some issues going on back here. All of that stuff is gone. There was a huge like seam crease right here. That's gone. There was a dent right here. That's gone. There were dents along here. That's gone. I had stated that I wanted to replace the whole entire panel, but you know, seeing how I was able to get all this stuff together, don't need to replace the panel. It looks like it's gonna be good. So anyways, like I said, the last things we gotta do is just finish sanding all this stuff down right here. Still a little bit rough. And then we gotta go ahead and Scotch Brite the bed all the way around, sand that back down to bare metal, cover everything up. And then we gotta Scotch-Brite the pinch weld and the wheel wells, and that's it. And then once all that's done, we're on to primer. And I know y'all have been hearing me say that a lot, but like I said, man, in the Midwest, West, whatever, wherever state, if you live in a cold state, man, you know how this can go. Just the cold shuts down everything. Yes, I have heaters. It's still not enough. This is a really, really big garage. I could throw a propane heater on, but I don't want to run a propane heater while I'm spraying the car. You know what I mean? I don't need the paint fumes igniting or something stupid happening. I don't need that to happen. And cutting off the propane heater, I'm still gonna have cold air coming in because I have my inlet there and I'm gonna have my outlet there. It's still gonna be cold in here. So we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But yeah, anyways, man, it's coming together though. I just wanted to give y'all, you know what I'm saying, that reassurance that she is coming together. I have not stopped working on the El Camino. So we're grinding. We just gotta get it together. All right, grind schoolers, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Like I said, I'm not abandoning the El Camino. The El Camino is very much coming along. It's just too cold for me to do anything, man. And I don't want to make excuses because I'm still out here working, still out here grinding for y'all, still out here trying to give y'all this content and stuff like that. However, like I said, man, it's 25 degrees and I'm freezing my butt off in here. Like I said, I do have heaters, but it's just not enough. It's like 0 degrees outside right now. And, you know, it just is not motivating to come out here and work, you know. But I am going to start, you know what I'm saying, like promoting the merch some more and stuff like that. I got to get some things together. I want to upload some new designs and stuff like that. So I am going to start promoting the merch again. I haven't promoted the merch for months. So I want to start getting that back on track and really start going hard with that because I mess with y'all, man, and I hope y'all mess with me. And I appreciate all the love and support and all that kind of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, tap in with the merch. I'll let y'all know once everything is all solid and ready to go. And y'all will probably start seeing me wear a lot more merch in the videos just because I think that, you know, it's going to be dope. But anyways, man, I appreciate all the love, the support, y'all's continued support, man. The channel is growing. I definitely appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and conclude this video. I just wanted to let y'all know that I am still working on the El Camino. Y'all seen me do a little bit of work. I kind of fast forwarded it a little bit so I can get the car more prepped and ready. I didn't want to just keep showing y'all the same things that we've done. I really want to get it into primer, and I'm trying to do that so that, you know, you guys can see a different phase. It's been like this for probably a couple of months now, and I want to get finished with it. So anyways, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. And excuse me, always remember, work hard so you can live free.